Hello Rainbow families, welcome to another episode of 360 Rainbow. Have posted a transplanting baby curry leaf plant video a few months back and there were many questions from the viewers and I have chosen few questions and this video is in response to those few questions and I hope this video will be very helpful for you guys. Why wait? Let's get started. For my plants, I very consistently do feed some very quick homemade fertilizers from my kitchen, which is more easier for me to manage, so I won't skip feeding my plants even when I'm lazy. Number 1. The main super feeder for my curry leaf plant are these moringa stems. I use this almost once in a week and I must tell you the results are really amazing. Its growth hormones are tremendous and you can see the difference in your plant within a month. Whenever we cook moringa at home, I save these stems. In a pan, add these stems and add some hot water into it and leave it overnight. Next day, we can use this water to feed your plant. Do not boil them directly in your stove top. That will evaporate all the essential nutrients. This is the secret tip that you can try for encouraging your plant roots to produce more baby plants. This really works well for me since we do moringa dish once in a week in my home. My curry leaf plant is also getting all the nutritional benefits through this homemade liquid fertilizer. As you have seen now, it is very easier to make. Number 2. The next most frequent feed I regularly use is rice water. When you wash the rice, do not drain the water in the sink. Instead, pour it to your curry leaf plant. Collect washed rice water in a separate bowl and you can pour that to the curry leaf plant. The drained rice water contains starch, which are very beneficial to plants, and the starch encourages healthy bacteria to grow in the root. This induces healthy root system. Right now, I have these filtered coffee grounds. I'm mixing these coffee ground with the rice water and feed them to the roots. Number 3. The next one which I frequently use for my plants is fish or meat water. Same process as rice. So do not drain the water after you wash the fish or meat. You can feed them to your plants. If you're worried about pests in your backyard, then you can add a little vinegar to this meat water before feeding the plants. Adding vinegar will keep unwanted pests away and stop them from attracting to this meat smell. These are the 3 quick fertilizers I regularly use for my plants and they do really well. And number 4, you can also add cow manure or crushed eggshells to the curry leaf plant as another option. You can see here I have made this powder from the eggshell. We can just use half a teaspoon of this powder to your plants once in a month. But I'm a bit lazy, I'm not using this very often. But whenever I change pot or making potting soil mix, we'll add this about 5 teaspoons to the potting mixture. And also, before making this eggshell powder, make sure that you boil the eggshell with some water along with a teaspoon of vinegar to avoid attracting any animals to your yard. Have dried the shells in sunlight and later blended them to a nice powder. Since it is winter, in a hurry-burry, whenever I do have eggshells, I just crush directly into the curry leaf pot and that's completely fine. And number 5. During summer, I used to do banana peel liquid fertilizer and orange peel liquid fertilizer, which is the same way as I do with moringa stems, except I keep the fruit water fermented for 3 days before feeding them to my plants. This fertilizer attracts flies, so make sure that you use this liquid fertilizer only to the roots. So these are the few fertilizers that I am following regularly. Apart from these, I would like to mention 2 other fertilizers that I have never tried but my friends are following that. And the most common fertilizer is buttermilk. My friends from India are using buttermilk and I have never tried that because I am not certain how it would react to my soil culture, as my soil is little acidic. So I don't want to try risking that for my plants, but without that my plants are doing great. Similarly, there is a belief in asafoetida, which is also called as hing. It adds a good aroma and flavor to your curry leaf plants. You can dilute a teaspoon of hing in a gallon of water and you can add it to the plant once or twice a year. But I have never tried both this buttermilk and this asafoetida methods. What I would say is, if you're skeptic about something, do not try that. I just want to let you know that buttermilk and asafoetida are also most familiar fertilizers that we can use for curry leaf plants, as it has no chemicals and they are completely natural. And that's the only reason I'm addressing these 2 here. And apart from these, you should regularly dig the topsoil of your plant to get the air in and help your plant roots to get some space to move around and grow better, healthier. You can do this at least twice a year. Remember, this is a thumb rule. It will always root and then shoot. So make sure that you have healthier roots and it will encourage more baby plants. Then check if you choose right well-draining potting soil mix. It is recommended that your soil is slightly acidic. My potting mix does contains 3 parts of peat moss, 1 part of homemade compost, little perlite or vermiculite, manure or worm castings small part, little sand, and the eggshell powder which I have shown earlier. I use 5 teaspoons in that. The best way to improve the quality of your soil and make it well drained and fertile is to add some sand and manure. The garden lime here is a rock powder used to raise the pH level of your soils. It is a soil conditioner, and while it does contain nutrients like calcium and magnesium, it is not a fertilizer. At the same time, it promotes the spread of essential nutrients like copper, phosphorus and zinc. To keep the soil and plant healthier, you can use slow-release fertilizers like blood meal, bone meal or chicken manure once in 3 months. But as I said earlier, I most frequently use the stuff from my kitchen, like using the washed meat water or fish rinsed water. I generally use these store-bought fertilizers when I prepare the potting soil or when I change plants to another pots. So that's it, and I hope my curry leaf plant care routine helps give you an idea. If you find this video helpful, please hit the like button and comment, share and subscribe to 360 Rainbow. Thanks for watching.